I'm just gonna come out and say it. Joburg is the best city there is. Firstly, we are not the murder capital of the country anymore. Joburg now has the 47th highest murder rate in the world. And at number 9, we have Cape Town. I shit ye not. I don't know if we've been killing less people or if they've just stepped up the game, but it really doesn't matter. Is it just me, or is this fact a little bit depressing, kind of like losing part of your identity? Secondly, we are the biggest city in the world that is not next to a river or next to the sea. Yes, I know that's like saying you're the tallest kid in the school for the vertically challenged, but I'd take any victory I can get. And it also means that we are the world's biggest dry port. Yes, all you people looking at me like I'm crazy. More than half the cargo that goes through Durban and Cape Town is meant for us. We have the 3rd largest hospital in the world, and the only 2 that are bigger are in China. And they only have 1.3 billion more people than us. The Joburg Zoo is over 100 years old and has the only 2 polar bears in Africa, which is not surprising because those buggers must be boiling. 40% of the fossils of human ancestors have been found in this area. And when it comes to being the biggest man-made forest in the world, well, I've found a lot of places that claim we are, but in fact, Joburg isn't the biggest. It's a bit of a stretch to call it a forest at all. But we do have some of the weirdest neighborhoods. We have Sandton in the north, which has got more money than common sense. Big cars, big egos, and probably the highest rate of surgically altered breast per capita. We have Germiston in the east, which, since I have business interests there and my partner's wife is slightly volatile, I shall simply classify as an industrialized area. North of that, we've got Kempton Park, which is perfectly fine if you don't mind your beer smelling like jet fuel. Krugersdorp in the west is great if you are white, Christian and Afrikaans. South of that, we have Soweto, which... Okay, look, I've never been there myself, but things happen there. You have Randburg in the middle being very confused and having an identity crisis because it's not quite sure who it should be like. Edenvale, which wants to be like Randburg but is just afraid to commit. And in the south we have Alberton, where most of the terrible experiences of my life have happened, so I am therefore revoking Alberton's status as a member of this city. And then we have all the outlying areas where you have to insist on seeing what a girl's mother looks like before you date her, and the men look like they should all be playing banjos. Ding 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 ding. And the best bit is over December, everyone pisses off to Neisner to go clog up their roads. So realistically, what have the other cities gotten us? Well, we have Bloemfontein, and I haven't been there in a while, but if memory serves, nothing happens there. Ever. Unless you count a rugby field turning into a MMA ring. Pretoria always reminds me of a small town with a fast internet connection. Durban is just hot and terrible, and it constantly feels like I'm swimming through humidity. And it's too close to Howick. Howick scares me. In PE, the wind is so strong that people shove fish hooks in their faces and anchor themselves to street poles. Nah, I've seen it. Next time you drive past a working girl on a street corner and she's smiling at you, look again. She isn't smiling. She's just going to stay one place. Don't even get me started on Cape Town, more specifically, that mountain. What kind of self-respecting city has a fuck-off big piece of granite right in the middle of it? I'm sure when God was making that mountain, he did the side bits, and when he was halfway done with the middle bit, he decided to break for lunch. He had some snook, some bunny chow, a shitload of wine, and got so wasted that he completely forgot what he was doing, which is why that thing looks as ridiculous as it does. And why do Cape Townians always tell me, when you get lost, just look at the mountain and you'll know exactly where you are? Bitch, let me tell you, I have gotten lost in that city, and no matter what direction I look at that mountain from, it looks exactly the same. To you, that thing might be your very own Star of Bethlehem, but to me, it's like trying to navigate using the Southern Cross at high noon. I just realized I made Cape Townians sound like horrible gay men. which is completely ridiculous because they're all fabulous. Oh God, I'm going to hell. So in short, Johannesburg is just the best city there is. And for the record, that was incredibly difficult to say with a straight face. Okay, seriously, Joburg is just as screwed up as everywhere else, but hey, it's my home. What can I say? I love it. Just like I love all the other screwed up places in this country. Except for Howard and Cape Town. That's it from me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, show that like button some love, share it on social media, and subscribe by clicking the big red button. If you have any ideas for future videos, let me know in the comments below. And yes, I do realize that many of you are just itching to throw some hate at me down there. It's fine. I can take it. I'm the big boy. Have a good one. Cheers.